After watching the newest Mission Impossible movie, I cannot really understand why people think it's better than Fallout. Because compared to the previous movie, it lacks intensity, the awesome action scenes, and the stunts are not as good. That particular movie, Fallout, also felt like the ultimate action movie, and is my number one favorite in the Mission Impossible series. It was also a movie that really kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish, and there were no drag parts either. This one, the latest movie, however, who will have a second part maybe next year or the year after that if the strike continues, is a movie that does not really feel as much as an action movie because the action scenes are way stripped down, and so it stunts to make way for a darker, more serious movie where it is about showing who you really are and confronting your past, much like the latest John Wick 4 movie. The plot about this AI system gone wrong is quite interesting and touches a very actualized subject, but I don't really think they managed to build too much around it. The plot may be better than the one provided in Fallout, but compared to that movie, the villains, for instance Gabriel, are not as good as, for example, Solomon Lane, who played in both the previous one and in Rogue Nation. My point here is that apart from the usual Ethan Hunt crew, those other characters are just not that interesting. In addition, you also see a lot of drag parts in this movie. Yes, you get some action, but like I said, it is pretty much stripped down to make way for the more serious stuff. It's a movie that loses me during its running time, and unlike Fallout, where I feel it was not a dull moment, this movie has a lot of them. And the way I see it, it is one of the weakest Mission Impossible movies, right along the lines of Ghost Protocol or Rogue Nation, who also was movies I felt was not that great. The problem is also that it does not feel as polished as what they created in Fallout, where I also felt the mask trick was kind of creative, but when they now overdo it too much in this movie, you feel that they stay more in the comfort zone, rather than doing another trick to change it up a little. Yes, it is kind of crazy that Ethan Hunt takes a jump with a motorcycle onto the train, but it didn't look as good in the cinema as they made it look on the trailer, and I do really think that Tom Cruise has done better stunts than this, although they claim it's the best one. As for Tom Cruise himself, also I don't really think his acting is just as sharp as it was in the last movie, and I feel it's a little sluggish, so to speak. Tom Cruise is still Tom Cruise, I know that, but my general feeling is that he looked a little lackluster in this movie. I mean, it is still entertaining with the action scenes on the train and when it is crashing down the hills in Norway, but I just think this movie lacks a little polish, like I said earlier. The reason also why I liked Fallout a lot better is because overall it is put together like a much better movie, with awesome action scenes, better stunts, better characters, and a movie that does not bore you a lot. Of course, other people may like this movie better, and it is not a case where I am dreadfully disappointed, but I'm slightly. And for me, I will land on a 7.25 out of 10, which is in a way a little sad because I expected the movie to entertain me more.